Hi everyone, this is Naila from Realize One Love. Hello again. I hope everybody is doing awesome today. It's a beautiful day. I wanted to talk today about our thoughts and more precisely our perspectives. Okay, we've all heard the term, your thoughts create your reality. And we pretty much think we understand this, but really do we? Because if you dissect it a little bit more and dive a little bit deeper, you start to understand just how deep that goes. What you focus on, you give power to. Okay, there's the Native American story about the two wolves, and whichever one you feed is going to get stronger inside of you, the love or the fear. And it's the same thing with our thoughts. So, whatever we focus on the most is what's going to strengthen and become dominant in our lives. Whether it's a person in our life that we're having trouble with, if we're thinking about that all the time, then that's going to be the energy that we're dealing with most of the time. So, once you fully understand this, you can really start to put it to work for you in a positive way by choosing the thoughts that you want to have in your mind. And it sounds easy, but it's really not that easy. So we're all connected into this collective human mind. And we have all these things pop in and out of our heads all day long, like random songs will come into your mind or just weird thoughts. And that's because we're all tapped into the human collective. Okay, this is why people meditate. This is why we spend time alone in silence so that we can cultivate our own personal space from that collective and really become disciplined as to whether we're going to tap into it or what time and in which way we're going to tap into it. So we're not at the whim of it anymore. We're in control of when we want to tap into the collective and when we want to stay in our personal energy field. And that's it. So we are in control of that. Now, thoughts can be very persuasive and seductive. I would say the most seductive thing that we deal with is our emotions, but coming in a close second is our thoughts. Thoughts can really take you down a rabbit hole that you don't even want to go down. And all of that takes place when you're not disciplined in your mind to be able to say, no, I'm not following this thought pattern right now because I don't want to. It doesn't feel good. It's not going to help me move forward in my life in any way to keep going down this thought pattern. So I'm going to stop right here and I'm going to change my thought pattern. I'm going to say the opposite of whatever that was. You can flip it, help yourself feel empowered, and say, let's say you're thinking about a person who's being mean to you. You can flip that and say, I'm not a victim of this person. This person is obviously going through a hard time, and I'm going to pull my energy out of that and into what I want to focus on right now. Okay? You can do this with so many things, like your career or things that you want to manifest in your life. So you're constantly thinking, when is this going to happen? Or this thing isn't happening. And it's just having those thoughts is just pushing that farther and farther away from you. So you're going to stop doing the negative thought patterns and put your focus into what can I do right now that's going to help me to get to that thing that I want to manifest. So let me focus on the now and what I'm doing now to manifest this thing that I'm desiring. Okay? Basically, your thoughts and your emotions and your programs make up your whole perception of your experience of this life. And we all are perceiving and experiencing this life completely differently. And this is why, excuse me, that's my doggy. This is why Source Creator splintered itself off into all of us so that we could all have a distinct experience and gain all this knowledge and experience and information back as pieces of the source, right? So we're all having a completely different experience of this reality. And if you don't like the experience that you're having of this reality, you just change it. Okay? So if you perceive that the world is dangerous and everywhere you turn, something can happen, you know, a natural disaster or a car accident or somebody's going to get you, whatever, bad things are going to happen. If that's the way you perceive the world, then you're going to constantly have experiences that confirm that for you. Okay? So this is when you come in as the parent of your own mind and say, no, I'm not going to choose to believe this anymore because it's making me miserable. So what I am going to believe is that I'm safe. Everything's okay. This is all part of my learning and growing. And change your perception of how you're experiencing your life. So this is like the biggest revelation that humanity's ever gonna get. And we're just starting to get this concept. Even I don't fully understand it. It's so deep and so scientific that we just don't understand it yet. But basically, if we could understand that our perception creates our reality, we could literally change our reality altogether if we choose to. We have the power to do that, but we don't understand that that's the power. We don't understand that it works like that. We just think life happens to us and we're just here dealing with it. So, granted, I want to cover one other thing. There's always those aspects of challenge and surprise that show up in our lives. So we can say we're a super positive person. You know, we try to focus on all the good things in life and keep ourselves motivated. Let's say we're doing all that, but things show up periodically that are difficult, maybe not fun to deal with. Okay, let's say like I just went through this whole fire thing where my property was in danger of, you know, being consumed by this fire. It was very close. And so I had some different choices in that moment. There's a lot of fear that can come up because of the loss of our, you know, stuff, material objects, or, you know, just the natural landscape here. So you can just feel that fear in the air of everybody being worried about that, and just here's this bad thing looming in the distance. Okay, so I had a choice to either go to that place or to try to stay in my power, which was sending a loving energy out to this fire, to all the people that were being affected by it, to protect my property with a loving energy, but also in that same breath, being able to let go and say, if this is what my higher self and Source Creator wants me to experience, then who am I to try to stop it? If I'm supposed to lose my property, who am I to stop that process? And if that's part of my growth, then I have to let that go. So you're at a place where you can focus your attention on what you choose, which is you want everything to be safe, you want everything to be okay, no one to be hurt, but you also have to let go. And the key to that is not getting sucked in to your negative thoughts of fear, your fear-based thoughts, and your emotions. We'll talk about emotions on a separate video. So the next biggest thing for humanity is going to be the awareness of the fact that our perception creates our reality. We're just like cracking the tip of the iceberg on this. And once we do, everything here is going to shift and change. Once we really start to understand this concept, everything's going to shift and change. And we're going to become more disciplined in our minds as to what we want to focus on, what we want to put energy into, what beliefs we're going to support. Do we want to support the belief that everybody's out to get us? Does that feel good? Does that empower us to move forward in a healthy way on our planet? Or do we want to support the belief that we're all one? Some of us are having an experience of wanting to hurt people. Some of us are having an experience of wanting to help people. But really, we're all one family. And we all have to love each other and move to the next level of human existence. So pay attention to what you're thinking about and what you believe to be true, because your beliefs create your perception. So start to analyze yourself a little bit. What do you believe about yourself and about this world to be true? Because that's what shapes, hello doggy, that's what shapes your reality. Okay? All right, guys, I'll leave it there. I don't think my dog's going to stop barking. I love you guys. Check out our website, realizeonelove.com. Okay, see you soon. Bye. Ashi says bye.